Alright guys, I'm in my hotel room in Milwaukee right now, headed out the door. I'm running a little bit late. I have a talk to get to. I am at the Electrical Wire Processing Technology Expo 2026. Let me show you around, let me show you why we're here, and I'll explain a little bit more in a minute because I gotta get going.
I woke up today feeling like royalty. The sky is dripping gold and wrapping around me. Life can be so wonderful.
Alright, I am at the Expo Center now, the Bird Center, something like that, here in Milwaukee. However, when I came yesterday to register to get my badge when I got in last night, I was extremely confused because I went to a booth that said Wire Expo, which is our Operation Summit and Exhibits. And I was like, Wire Expo? Like, that's weird. I know I've been calling it like a harnessing expo I'm going to, but it's the Wiring Harness Manufacturers Association, which we're a member of, putting on an event called the Electrical Wire Processing Technology Expo. It's the actual name for it. So it's like Wire Expo. Is that their old brand or something? And so turns out there are two expos going on right now in Milwaukee for wiring harness manufacturing. Luckily, I can get into both, so because I'm a member. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over here, check out the talks, and then show you a little bit of what's going on in the convention center. And don't worry, we're gonna get to why we're even here.
Never bring me down. I feel like a king right now. I zone out when it get too loud, but I'm still locked in, getting lost and found.
Alright guys, so just got out of the 4 pillars of wire harnessing or wire harness manufacturing and crimp quality and validation. And so, man, learned a ton of stuff in those, but I am super excited to get up to the actual expo floor and check out all of the sweet machines. So I'll tell you real quick, I am here to buy a couple different machines. I'm here to check out some kind of next level machines. So let's sit down and talk about that real quick. All right, so let's talk about what I'm actually at this show for. There are 3 to 4 machines specifically that I need to purchase for increasing our production rate, productivity, and efficiency, and cost, and everything on our harnesses, because my biggest goals are to increase production, lower our retail pricing, and hopefully one day by like half with all the automation equipment, because I want it to be more accessible. Our harnesses are meant to be DIY. They don't have to be expensive to do that. They have to be good quality above all else. They are 100% American made. Hopefully we get to meet some of our suppliers here. I know some of them are here, so that'd be cool. But quality and reliability above all else, and I believe we can pull down the pricing quite a bit with some automation equipment. So that's a big push. So that automation equipment, we're gonna be looking at wire cut strip machines from all manufacturers, but Schleiniger and Comax are the ones that they're one company. Those are the ones we like really, really want. They're the best of the best, and they'll be amazing for years to come. So wire cut strip, new heat shrink machine would be cool. So I'm hoping some of those companies are here. I know there's a few of them that make them. And then the ultrasonic welding machine is another one that would be great for increasing production on the array harnesses specifically. And then what else? Termination machines. I know most manufacturers right now are moving away from the weather pack connectors, so hopefully we can do that as well and stick with the Deutsch connector. The new Baja Design Squadron 2.0 is Deutsch connector. All the old stuff is still weather pack, but they're going to be moving away from that as well long term. I know it's true. I can't tell you anything else because what I know probably isn't final anyways from them. So we will be moving towards Deutsch connector on all parts though. So I don't really want to invest. Like the weather pack crimp machine that we were looking at for a while is about $85,000, and it's done by hand, and you just stick it in, it seals it, crimps it, all that. Well, I don't want to invest 85 grand in that if I can get a better machine that does the Deutsch connectors automatically and inserts it in there for like 150 or 200 grand. $80,000 for a weather pack connector machine when we're not really going to be doing a lot of them in the future is not a good idea. So
wire cut strip machine, probably looking at 20 to, well, the quote we have for the larger machine is $85,000. For a smaller machine is, I think, 25 or 30,000. So we'll be looking at those and checking them out. So yeah, so here's the transparency with you guys on pricing. The heat shrink machine is like $3 to $5 grand, and then the ultrasonic welder is 30 to 60 grand, depending on which size we get. And I think we can get away with I think it's like 32 or 35 or 36 grand for the entry level ones. But hopefully there's some other companies here. Hopefully we learn a lot. So I am stoked. I was super excited in those two classes to get up to the floor. I wanted to leave early, so let's go ahead and head upstairs and check out what this expo has to offer.
All right, so I'm looking at these shunt machines and have Kevin here. I was telling him what we're doing with the array harnesses, and so obviously we're using the parallel splices right now. This machine is very intriguing for those because when we're putting 9 wires for 9 LP6s or 9 LP9s or 9 of your diode dynamics lights, that's usually the max we do is 9. When we're putting those into a parallel splice, making room, putting the 10 or 8 gauge in the other side or the 12 gauge, whatever it is, based on the light amperage, it gets really frustrating sometimes trying to crimp those, and it gets really bulky. If you look at our array harnesses, you can see that there's a little bit, I mean, it's pretty slim for what it is, but you can see the bulk under that big piece of heat shrink in the transition, and that's because of all the parallel splices. So we stagger them a little bit, but something like this, I mean, this splice is so much thinner than a parallel splice because it's just the wire. We're not adding another loop on top. So I told Kevin what we do, and he goes, yeah, we can do that. Check this out. So he's got, he's setting up the machine now, but we've got the 14 gauge and then the 10 gauge coming out. So let's see what this thing does and how clean this is, because that is what this machine is for us. These machines are like 30 grand, so it's a huge investment for us, but I think that it would be an amazing next step in our array harnesses.
So we're going to insert the 2-to-1 18 gauge wire splice that you see here on the display. It gets loaded, stacked vertically into the tooling as shown here. And I'm going to press and hold the foot pedal. The cover is going to close and a weld will be performed.
Very quick.
Very quick. What we see here on the display are power graph. So power over time, the green area is the energy, which in this case here is our welding mode, which shows 235 watt seconds. We see here the cross section, the pressure, 3.4 bar, the width, the welding width would be this dimension here. We have amplitude, which is the displacement of the horn. And we see now our tolerance. So the measured height, our compacting height value is 1.8 millimeters. This is the height measured before it welds. We have a welding height of 1.48 millimeters, which is the height after. And the time is 344 milliseconds.
All right, so we've got the 914 gauge there on the right, and then the 110 gauge coming out, just like our array harnesses.
I'd almost want the welder up higher.
It would be something, this is the minute here, which I can...
Wow, look at how slim that is. As compared to putting...
That might be a little warmer because it's more material.
As compared to putting a parallel splice over top of this is way slimmer. Wow, that is awesome. And obviously we have our chart here with all of our stuff, the time. Oh yeah, the pre-compression and compression data.
Yeah, so...
Or compaction data.
And you see the peak power is much higher.
Yeah.
As well, so
wow.
400 watts almost.
Yeah, this is typically the max we would ever do, so that's awesome.
all the way off. All right, guys, so here it is. We're at the Comax booth now, and they have, I mean, their Comax Schleiniger are the pinnacle, the absolute pinnacle of wire cut, strip, processing, terminating machines. They have their new Alpha series. I'll show you a couple of those. Those are super sweet. And then we're going to look at a couple of the machines that we're looking at buying right now to help improve our own efficiency in wire harness manufacturing, to bring lead times down, to bring prices down, and continue making you guys best harnesses in the off-road industry for off-road lighting and air compressors and everything else. So let's check out some of these sick machines, because even the biggest ones you see here are not the biggest ones they make, and they are all machines that we will be buying in the future as we work towards more automation and more production capacity. So this machine will actually, I mean, look at all these terminals you can set up in here. This is amazing. So you have all the wire coming in the back over there, all the different terminals up here, some tape machine stuff. You can set up a different module. So all these machines can be set modular so that you can do connector insertion and all that. So with our Deutsch connectors, we can actually set it up in such a way that we'd be able to have it plug the wire into the connector and spit out essentially a full, what we call plug tail. So that's the harness that plugs into the light itself, and then we need to assemble it in the middle because you're going to multiple lights. But this will give us all of our plug tails with the connector on it, with the pins, with everything ready to go. All right, guys, so to be clear, one of our long-term goals is to move into one of the Zeta machines. The problem is they're a few $100,000, and so we need to get to that point. So right now, we're going to be checking out the E300, E400, and the 4850 or something like that, and seeing which of those machines will work best for us for now for the cut strip stuff. And then obviously we'll add more machines in and work from there. As we've now wrapped up the expo, spent more money than I expected to spend on machines right away. However, I'm very excited for them. I will get my official numbers tomorrow as to what the final total will be, where to pay, how to pay, all of that, and then also shipping and lead time. So I will know, hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, how much it's actually going to cost and when exactly the machines will be to us. So ended up going with the Schleiniger E300 machine as our first machine, and then we will be getting a Alpha machine in the future, but that's a great start for us. So get on a plane, head home, make some harnesses, and ship them out to you guys.
I woke up today feeling like royalty. The sky is dripping gold and wrapping around me. Life can be so wonderful, warm and gentle light. Nothing's gonna bring me down. I'm feeling so divine.